Hi guys, I'm Laura Vitale, and on this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I want to show you how I make my favorite delicious tabbouleh, which is a wonderful, heavy in herb sort of salad, grain salad that I think everyone will love. It's extremely popular. Everyone knows what it is, but I want to show you my version. I made a version of this, I think, over 10 years ago. It definitely needed some love. It definitely needed tweaking, and I'm thrilled to share it with you. So let's get started by cooking the bulgur. I cook mine a little bit differently. Traditionally, you just set this in boiling water for a while, like with the stove turned off. But what I do instead is I take some simmering water, and then I take my bulgur, and then I add it right in. I bring it to a boil, and let it boil it for 10 minutes. Then I remove it from the heat completely, let it sit covered for 15 minutes, and it works out perfect every single time. Let's talk herbs, because you're gonna need a lot of them. This is not a forest. This is just 2 big bunches of parsley. You'll need lots of fresh mint. This is from the garden, and these are just chives. You can also use scallions. These are just chives from the garden, but I'm gonna set those aside for now, because what I want to focus on right now is adding all of the herbs to my food processor, because you can do this by hand. I'm putting a timer on, by the way. So 2:05, okay? I'm going to do this, you can do this by hand, but it really, the food processor just does such a better job at making sure that the herbs are extremely finely chopped, and then you don't have to, worry about cutting or chopping this many herbs. Just make sure that as you go through it, you kind of remove any fake bigger stems, because you don't need it. It's kind of hard to bite down on the hard stems. So I just kind of go around and I start stripping the leaves from the stems right into the food processor. I'm just going to take this out. I'm just going to go ahead and pulse this until all the herbs are very, very finely chopped. That looks fantastic. You can see they really sort of shrank down to practically nothing, but it's exactly what you need. It's exactly what you want. Lots and lots and lots. Just make sure that you don't take it too far if you're using a food processor, because you can very easily go from finely chopped to a paste. Nobody wants that. Okay. All that is in there. Make some room for you, and it already smells insane. The bulgur is almost where we want it, just a few more minutes. And in the meantime, I'm just gonna go ahead and finely chop my chives, or like I said, you could also absolutely use scallions. I've done both. This just happens to be what's in the garden. I'm gonna go ahead and finely chop my chives, and then I'm going to dice a tomato, and then finely dice some cucumber. Once you've got your tomato, which by the way, I wanted to point out, whether I'm using a Rima tomato or like a vine ripe tomato, I always take the seeds out, because I don't want it to get watery in with the veggies. So now I'm going to add the juice of 1 whole lemon. Grande bello limone. This is so fantastic. Very refreshing. I'm going to take some to my Aunt Marie tomorrow, because it's one of her favorite things in the world. And it keeps for a few days really nicely. Then we're going to season it very well with some salt, and then a good amount of olive oil. I'd say about a 1/4 cup. And then I like to add some sumac. Sumac is just like a lovely, not really a spice, it's actually more like an herb, dried, but it's delicious. Add about a teaspoon to it, a tad more. And then just give everything a good stir. Once your bulgur was sitting for 15 minutes covered, you can see it just cooks perfectly. It's not mushy, it's very fluffy. I let it cool a bit, and now I'm gonna just add it right in. It's still hot, but that's actually fine, because it will soak up all of that really wonderful flavor, and the heat of the bulgur like wakes up the herbs, and it just makes such a difference. Does need to go into the fridge. It does need to set for at least an hour or 2. And that just makes the entire thing come to life. So I'm going to go ahead and cover this and pop it into the fridge. and then we serve. Once your tabbouleh has been in the fridge for about an hour or two, then you're ready to serve. This is like sort of my perfect way of serving it. I love it on a platter with lots of different goodies to go with it. Some hummus or hummus, however you pronounce it. Recently that video should have been up before this video, which is like the most incredible, perfectly creamy, luscious hummus of all times. And to me, that's perfect. Some fresh pitas, fresh hunks of feta, fresh vegetables. I don't really think I need anything else for a fantastic dinner on its own as a starter to share. It's divine. As a starter, dinner on its own, it's fantastic. Get some really good pitas on hand to pick everything up with, and it's heavenly. LauraInTheKitchen.com for the written recipe. I hope you enjoy spending time with me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.